This is totally safe. So here we are on the first fishing trip of 2018. We are a couple of days into the season. I didn't want to come down here straight away because obviously the season started on the weekend this year and the river was absolutely rammed. And it still is now, to be honest with you. I've had to come down to one of these spots here amongst these trees. All the baited areas that I've baited up already are already taken, so I'm not getting on there. But I've had a word with a few of the anglers, and over the weekend it ain't fished very well at all because we've got horrible pressure in the air. A lot of the guys are saying the only fish that have been coming out have been over Penton Hook where the weirs are. I imagine that is because of the oxygenated water. I've been over there today and there ain't even so much as a swim left. So we're gonna have to make do with this one. I'm a little bit down on the confidence, but I've got to float out with some maggots, so surely we're gonna at least catch something today to kick the day off. And like I said before, this year isn't all about carp. It's about getting as many different species as possible, as many PBs, and just enjoying our river adventure. So I've been fishing for about an hour now on the float and literally not even so much as a bite. I'm starting to get nervous, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to bore everybody with exactly what I'm doing and running through everything because it just simply it takes up too much of my fishing time to be doing that and film at the same time. So rather than tell you, let me just flash this up. Well, so far it's been an absolute disaster. I can't believe that I haven't had anything on the maggots at the moment. I mean, I've had maybe 1 or 2 twitches. When I was fishing the float, I had one time and I reeled it in and one maggot on there was slightly sucked. But apart from that, there has literally been nothing. We have had a big fish that jumped over at the other side. I don't know what it was. I didn't quite see it. It definitely wasn't a duck. You could tell that there was like 2 splashes, there was a small ripple and then a big tail come out of the water, but I just couldn't distinguish what kind of tail it was. I got a feeling it was a pike. I've seen a few small fry just touching the surface and it definitely looked like the kind of swirl mark that a pike would leave. But I think what I'm going to do is wait until the sun goes down. If I'm not getting anything whatsoever on the maggots, then there's not really any point in me keep going on with the maggots. I might as well risk it and fire a PVA bag over the other side with a pop-up on and see if we can nick something a little bit bigger. I mean, I wouldn't usually want to do that because obviously I want to catch at least something. It's the first trip out. But like I said, the maggots aren't working. So if the maggots aren't working, I might as well put all my eggs into one basket and try and nick something a bit bigger from the other side. That was carp, don't you think? That didn't look like a bream to me. Right, that was, I've just literally, that's the 4th time now, I've this feeder rod off completely. I've got both carp rods out now. Earlier when I said that I saw something jump over the far side and thought it might have been a pike, it's not. It's definitely carp. That is the 4th time now I've seen fish show over that far side. So I've got one now on PVA bags filled with maggots and tons of maggots on the hook, and the other one is on a pop-up with some boilies in a PVA bag over there as well. There's still no guaranteeing that we're going to hook into anything, but oh my god, that's the first time I've seen a carp jumping in the River Thames. Literally, it was right, I was looking right over there, it jumped right out of the water. I'm excited. Okay, so you can clearly see now it is pitch black, and I said earlier that I'd brought the feeder rod in and was just focusing on the carp because we saw a few fish jumping, and it's been a few hours now since we saw them fish. The carp rods are out there, but I thought, well, I might as well stick the feeder rod back out there, and we've got our first fish of 2018, and this is not one of my favourites. Old Eely Wheely. The serpent of the river. I kind of wish now that I didn't bother putting the feeder rod back out, but at least there's something, and we've had a little bit of action. I'm going to slip this guy back into the depths where he belongs. Eel's gone back. Eels are getting quite endangered now. They have been for quite a while, and it's important to look after them. Believe me now, I can't stand the bloody things. Yeah. But it is important to look after everything that you catch. One way you can handle an eel, because believe me now, they are a nightmare when you do catch them. Let me try and chill him out. Is to try and get it on its back. And I know this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, but if you stroke its belly, it will chill out. Another important thing is to keep your hands wet. My hands are very dry now, as you can see, but you could probably hear I do have a bucket of water right underneath me here. So if anyone's watching and was concerned about the safety of that eel, don't panic. He was in a bucket of water the whole time, straight in the bucket, hands in there, unhooked, and back he went. Let's see if we can catch something else rather than that devilish creature. We are on the eely wheelies. He is probably a little bit bigger than the last one. There you go. Another eel, a little nod of the head from him. Not a nod from the head from me. These grow to nearly 10 pound in here. That is a nightmare to me. Another serpent from the Thames. Okay, I literally just put that eel back and cast the other rod out, and I got another fish. This time, it ain't an eel. Half decent roach. And thank God it's not another eel. I literally just put that rod back out there and I didn't even have time to dry my hands. And the rod went off again and I felt something pull back. I thought, oh no, it's definitely an eel. Give him a quick wave and we're slipping back. We've had a hectic hour or so there, and during that time, or rather just before everything started kicking off, I've been meaning to sort out these carp rods and get them reset with some fresh PVA bags, because they've been quieter than a church mouse. And like I said earlier, there was definitely fish over the back there of decent size, and I see the fish come out of the water. It weren't no pike, that's for sure. So it's literally just gone 1 o'clock in the morning now. It's time to reset, and fingers crossed we get a nice big scaly one on the bank. So that is it, the end of the very first session down here on the River Thames. It is daybreak now, as you can see, and the weather has turned mighty chilly. I don't know if it's turned chilly or if it's just the fact that we've been sitting out here all night unprotected from the elements. But I mean, about 3 o'clock in the morning, there was literally a split second this horrible mist come in and this horrible wind come in as well, and I am now absolutely freezing. A bit of a mixed bag over the night. We had that lovely roach and we knocked another eel out of the park this morning. So that was 3 eels altogether. And unfortunately, we had absolutely nothing on the carp rods. But we did see them fish jumping over there around sundown. So this area, when the weather improves, could be a prime spot to try again. Now, if you guys want to help out this channel, we now have a GoFundMe page, so you can head over there. I will drop the link in the description. If not, if you want to help out by donating some tackle, head down to the Facebook page. That will also be down in the description. And on that note, thanks so much, Chris, because these rods cast like a dream. I don't know what they're going to be like for playing fish on yet, but they certainly do cast a long way, and the reels as well, Chris. So thank you so much for that, my friend. And if you're new to the channel, of course, don't forget to subscribe. If you just want to contact us and keep in touch and have an odd chat with some of the rest of the subscribers, head on down to the Facebook page again. There is plenty of things going on down there. And we also have t-shirts for sale, and I'll drop the link in the description for that. There is literally nothing left for me to say today, except for tight lines, heavy nets, and I will see you later.
We got your soul.